It's the OKC Thunder taking on
against what Oklahoma City.
Straight start alongside Max Christie, the 18-year-old. He's alongside Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Chet Holmgren for us tonight. There's the tip and
But he is now going up against one guy who might start getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in case of Wallace.
Here's Nembhard, deep corner, drills the tray.
I told you it'd be a good matchup, Grady.
Nembhard's not going to back down. First offensive possession for the Thunder. Like this matchup, poke away by Davis, and it bounces out of bounds off of Christie. Clock, Gilgeous-Alexander snaking his way to the rim for two. Averaging 30, nearly 33 a night. Coming off his first MVP season. Najee Marshall, opposite corner, that one go. Holmgren the board. This is J-Dub, lost the handle. Marshall with the cookies, and veers out of the path of Holmgren and got the leg. Outside look, Wallace ready, left it short. And out of bounds.
Can get himself healthy, and in 4 games he's already shown that he's ready to pick up where he left off from last year.
Davis and Williams. Davis trying to find Marshall, pass too low. Williams comes out of there with it for the Thunder. SGA, pocket pass, Holmgren penetrating. The finger roll is short, but he's fouled on the point
to the basket, not expecting any fouls. Both him and A.J. Mitchell really helping out OKC in terms of their free throw rate and getting to the free throw line.
Holmgren averaging 21 and 8.
Who isn't on the plus side of things for OKC at this point?
That's a fact. We might be in the positive. Dallas. Davis. Crab dribble on Williams. Turns, fades, left it short. This is Wallace. And another kickball.
Manipulate the big situation.
Christie with the steal. Open court and the flush. Some solid defense from the Mavericks. We talked about OKC's defense. Well, don't sleep on the Mavericks. They're 4th in defensive rating in the league. Good separation. SGA pure. Davis surveying the floor. Marshall, push shot, good.
Such a tough spot.
Davis, solid defense. Holmgren gives it up. Off the double, Williams. Good on a tray. He's been struggling from downtown. Had missed the last 8 before that make. Nembhard out to flag, wide open, no good. That's something he's been working on. One aspect of his game that's not quite there. All knotted up at 9. Holmgren from deep. Short. This is the Mavericks squad, dead last in offensive rating, but in the last 3 games, 10th in offensive rating. Scoring has gone up. Here's Nembhard, pull up over Williams. It drops.
This is really a prove-it game for Nembhard so far. A great start to 3 and then bumping Williams off. No back down from Nembhard.
They surround Williams. He finds a way to get it to Wallace. SGA up top. Looking for the blow-by. Kick out. Extra pass. Skip pass. Holmgren, the pump. Pull up. Good. Methodical.
Dallas making them work on that offensive possession, though. That's a good sign for the Mavericks.
Flag. Rises off the mark. Davis was kind of working on that middle finger that's been bothering him lately.
They had it taped up in the Miami game, not taped up here tonight, but he did shoot 4 air balls and was really struggling with that on block shots and shots.
They will, no good. All tied up at 11. Brooks with the cross collides with Williams and draws.
That's driving Ryan right now. Brady?
Alley's averaging 22 and 12 in his last 2 games. Lob up to Flag. Right on cue. Nembhard with the find. SGA has started 2 for 2. This is Williams on the move, spinning, rises over Thompson and hits the J. This is Christie going midi. How about the Mavericks shooting to start this ball game? 7 for 11 in the early going. Williams splits the defense. Outside look. Holmgren sets the feet and left it well short. Good defense.
Looked like that ball slipped after Chet had made that dribble inside the three-point line. And Dallas off to a really good start here, Grady, to be in this game.
Nembhard. And that's deflected by Jalen Williams out of bounds. 10 on the shot clock. As Dwight, just a different change of pace for the Mavericks when Williams is out there. Here is Williams. Thompson for 3. Off the heel, Wallace the rebound. Williams penetrating and is fouled by Thompson. That will not bounce in as it hits the top of the backboard. Taking a look at the upcoming national TV schedule. Tomorrow night on NBA TV, Golden State in Cleveland. Monday on Peacock, Phoenix at Minnesota. For more on these games, please go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app.
Just wanted to follow up with you, Grady, on that point guard conversation between Nembhard and Brandon Williams. Look, we know Kyrie Irving is the point guard for the Dallas Mavericks, but he's not healthy this year. And so Jason has tried a lot of things. Lots of attention to Cooper Flag starting at the point, then going to Brandon Williams, who's more of a shooting guard. Nembhard has settled this team down and gotten them organized, and there's been a big bright spot for them.
Oh, there's Williams. Talk about that change of pace. He was a blur to the rim.
It's the 12-cylinder Ferrari you were talking about.
This is Aaron Wiggins. Defended well by Christie. Wiggins, it does not bounce in. 5 minutes to go here in the first. Flag. Pull up, Jay, won't go. Flag 1 for 4 so far here in the first. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander lost the handle, and it's a kick ball. And it will be Mavericks ball. For the Mavericks, along with Dwight Powell, Cooper Flag, Klay Thompson, and Williams with the handle. Around the Powell screen. Outside, Martin penetrating, kick out. Williams from downtown won't go, and bodies on the floor. It ricochets over to the hands of Wiggins. Wallace got by Flag and finishes with the left. Flag and lost it out of bounds. A.J. Mitchell all over him. Prime. Second quarter underway here at Paycom Center. All tied at 27. A competitive ball game thus far. This is Mitchell. The runner won't go. Davis the rebound.
Good job of scramble out by Dallas to get this small off the post up and then contesting a running jumper from Mitchell.
Michael Grady, Brett Berry, Allie Clifton here in OKC. Russell, nice skip pass. Thompson buries the tray. Again, Thompson's been feeling it lately, averaging 18 points and shooting 52% from downtown in his last 3. Mitchell, short. Russell getting into it quickly. And good defense there. And it's last touch by Kenrich.
Bad turnover.
On the inbound behind the back. Williams with the two-hand flush. That is where OKC thrives.
Just 2 points in that opening quarter off of turnovers for Dallas, which Jason's happy about, but not a great start there.
OKC gets nearly 25 a game off of opponents' miscues alone. Davis drawing a crowd, finds Thompson, can't finish with the left. Williams running the other way. This is Jang, he wants three. Doesn't matter who Daigneault calls up, they're ready. Nembhard turns the corner, tough pass to Marshall. Marshall lost the handle. And a whistle blows for a foul. Here's Russell. Outside, Marshall. On the move, in the lane, puts it through. Najee Marshall, the veteran, we've had 8 ties already. The Thunder, 10-0 at home this year. Williams, stop, go, leaves it for Holmgren.
Great patience by Kendricks. He knew that AD was back there and just waited for him to commit. Nice drop off.
It's the Thunder 34, the Mavericks 32. Thompson, quick trigger. No. Holmgren getting up for the rebound. Brings it up himself. Spinning. Dump off. Jane comes out of there with it. J-Dub behind the back. Hanging foul. Williams now with 7 points. NBA on Prime is brought to you by 4th game of the season for Jalen Williams. Missed the start of the season, recovering from off-season wrist surgery.
And big shout out to Santa Clara University, who retired J-Dub's number a few days ago. Herb Sendek does a remarkable job with that program, 10 years there in Santa Clara. Of course, Kurt Rambis, another retired number for the Broncos, along with our compadre, Steve Nash, number 11.
Yes. We had a good conversation about Canada guards before this ball game. That's a traveling violation on Cooper in Denver. Andrew Nembhard in Indiana, and now his brother Ryan Nembhard is coming into his own. Marshall fighting his way in the paint, can't hit. Holmgren, no, on the offensive putback. Russell clears it. Russell up ahead to Flag, and Flag stepped out of bounds. Couple of back-to-back turnovers. This is the largest of the night for OKC. Williams on the drive, can't hit, whistle blows for a foul. And Kenrich Williams will go to the line. Russell can't believe it. Russell was a DNP coach's decision in a couple of ball games. He's played the last 2. And he's played well. A number of times.
How good has he been this year?
5th in rebounding, 3rd in field goal efficiency. There's Lou Dort.
It's a lot of defense that's sitting on the bench. And maybe some guys that Jason Kidd is okay with not seeing in uniform.
The Mavericks without P.J. Washington, no Daniel Gafford, Derek Lively still out in his first game. Skip pass, and he's 7 on the shot clock. Nembhard has to go quickly. Long range 3. Bottoms. Mitchell now. 3-point ball game. Williams driving, tried to go glass, no, tipped up and off. Davis with the board for the Mavs. 8 points for Nembhard. Covered closely by Williams. Forced to give it up, turned it over. J-Dub to Jang. And he's fouled.
As the attack was on after the turnover.
Yeah, Mavericks have turned it over 4 times in the second. OKC's not turned it over. Tap into tonight's action in the NBA app. Go deeper. One more for Ousmane Dieng. And that bounces and falls.
See if there's some opportunities before the second quarter ends. 7 minutes to go. If Cooper Flag has a couple of chances to be aggressive and get his offense going.
twice so far, just 4 points, and Davis goes down, lost his goggles. And we have
We continue talking about these two and their greatness, though, Brady. It's
no doubt about it.
incredible.
Back to live action. Thompson, hook from the free throw line won't go. Flag the offensive board. Flag, toss out. Christie flicks the wrist. No good. And Jay Will with the rebound. Williams from the elbow, off the heel, friendly fire, Nembhard, and it's kicked out of bounds. Oh, it's loud, KC, but he's been much more intentional in terms of how vocal he is and talking up his teammates.
Well, I like the way Mark, as we see Holmgren with the 3-ball. I like the way Mark mentioned SGA in his leadership. It went from accidental leadership to intentional one. That's some progress.
What else can he do?
He's showing you there's still some other things he'd like to touch up.
Outside, Christie in the corner, swish.
Max Christie sitting there, number 9 in the league at just over 45%. So with his feet set, dangerous from the arc.
43-38. Jay Will thought about it. Penetrate now to J-Dub. Williams, no good, and Christie the board. Flag off the hezzy, and he's fouled.
And there's that left hand that we know Cooper feels very comfortable with. At his size, he's got such... And maybe this will get him going a little bit offensively with 5 to go in the second quarter.
Jason Kidd was talking to him a week ago about this. Said it's important to make young, talented guys feel uncomfortable and make them feel uncomfortable early. And as they continue on, the game will get easier and easier.
Yeah, the shift with the point guard helps, and then health helps, where all of a sudden Cooper Flag doesn't have the best defender on him. He might have the 3rd or 4th best defender where he can go to work.
He has Jag watching it right now. The switch with SGA. Flag on the move, goes glass, fouled from behind.
And
It's
Grady,
on Gilgeous-Alexander, and that's going to be his second.
yeah, Grady, I don't want to...
Tightrope on the sideline, kick out to Marshall. Shot clock to 6. Marshall puts it up, and it goes down. 8 points for Najee Marshall.
And again, Dallas just grinding through their offense and still just down 4 points here.
SGA, good defense by Marshall, but then he had his arm right in the vicinity.
If Dallas anticipated Jalen being inserted into the starting lineup, but the other difficulty is, we mentioned it in the first half, Chet Holmgren's behind him. So it's 2 layers of defense for AD.
Case in point, forced to give it up. Cooper Flag fading to his right, off the mark. Rebound Jalen Williams. This is an OKC squad, as Dagno told us, loves to compete together. They just have a fiery energy. Wallace whips the net.
He's shooting that with great rhythm, Grady. Just feet set and no speed up on that shot. Kaysen looking good from 3.
Dallas trying to keep this from getting out of hand. Davis still scoreless in this one. Now 0 for 5. And a foul is called on the reach-in.
I mean, just coming at you full speed. No chance to slow him down.
Puts it out there on a platter, daring you to reach in, and guys can't help but take the bait. That time it was Ryan Nembhard picking up his 2nd foul, and some more free throws for FGA. He now has 19. And defending champs.
And SGA 9 free throws made. Dallas 8 as a team.
Flag. And Davis gives it up to Nembhard. Nembhard with the mid-range J. That rolls through. Before that hoop, OKC was on a 21-5 extended run. Holmgren off the heel. Williams trying to crash the glass. Couldn't control it. Nembhard. Oh, between the legs, step back, won't go. And Jay Will getting up for the rebound. Williams, beautiful move. Finger roll for 2.
How quick was the low pickup left to right from Jalen. And right to the rim with a finger roll.
Nimhard. Back to Davis. Trying to find a cutting. Marshall is broken up. Holmgren. Needs a teammate. Finds SGA. ISO with Christie. SGA to the rack. 95 straight games, scoring at least 20 for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, so some of yours and my favorite players have had streaks. Nothing like this.
Nothing like this. Holmgren off balance. Doesn't matter. Christie going from deep.
And Dallas, just each time it's so important for them to just get shots. I mean, obviously you'd like them to be good, but no turnovers. Shots at the rim every time.
They left Williams open. Gonna have to tighten up on the defensive end, but it's gonna be tough for the Mavericks, especially with Flagg and Davis a combined 2 for 13 play in the first half. Also didn't play Wednesday in the win over Miami. Nimhard, elbow jumper, won't go for him. Rebound Williams. Williams on the logo, defended closely by Hardy. The blow by, the teardrop, no, got his zone, finds Holmgren to the rack.
Oh, look, poise from Jalen Williams. He knew he had missed the layup, and then he just waited for Chet to clear some space before takeoff.
16 assists for OKC in this one. Christie, pull-up jumper. 12 points for Max Christie. He's their leading scorer. J-Dub. Holmgren now. Defended by the smaller Hardy. Double comes. Holmgren! Southpaw finish for 2.
Now, Jaden Hardy was getting help from the bottom side with Nimhard, but Chet able to beat him over the top where the opening was and collect 2 more.
Hardy from downtown off the heel. And rebound ricochets to Christie. Flagg now, right down the lane. And it's an offensive one. 55, good defense from Davis. Holmgren got it back. Attacking Davis, who goes down holding his left knee. SGA got a tray, but concern from Anthony Davis. SGA looking like he may take his normal.
For the rest of their lives, made it easier to reset. So when camp opened in late September, the return, it felt new, but nothing had to be overemphasized. Knowing you can create a bit of a monster when overstating what is already known. Dagnall said, guys, this group, quote, they just know. And because of that, we just jumped right back in that well-oiled machine, Grady, that you speak about.
Just unreal dominance, Sally. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander showing the moves on the last possession. As Hardy draws the foul as he goes down. And there's the architect.
But they continue to find a combination of the right things as they push forward here in OKC.
There's a happy governor there. You just saw Clay Bennett. And we're just joking during the timeout. They may need to, if this team stays healthy and stays on the trajectory that it's looking like, they're going to have to get rid of some of these division banners in the building.
Well, Grady, it's not that. That's what the new arena is for, which is coming. So don't worry about this building. They'll extend what they need to extend in the rafters when they build the new one.
That is on the way. See the SGA goes down, fouled on the play. His night likely over. SGA staring down Klay Thompson. Nice in and out dribble. Sets up J-Dub in the corner. Off the heel, no. And Hardy comes out of there with it for the Mavericks. Mavericks entered on a 3-game winning streak. First win streak of the season. They had 3 separate instances where they had lost 3 in a row this year as Hardy hits the triple. They're starting to find some momentum in Dallas, but running into a buzzsaw here so far in OKC. Doesn't matter who's out there. Mitchell leaves it for Holmgren. Holmgren working on flag, step through, missed the shot, didn't have the angle. Hardy. And tried to dump it off to Powell. Powell got it and got the finish.
A good late pickup as Powell didn't give up on the secondary break as a big getting to the rim and eventually getting rewarded by Williams on that jump pass.
First field goal for Powell. Good hands by Powell, stripping SGA. Hardy. Hardy got a 3. And Dagnall needs time. Kidd turns to Jaden Hardy. Apparatus on that left knee. 10-0 run by the Mavericks. Still a huge hole as Wiggins can't get the lay-in.
Say hard to believe Anthony Davis playing 20 minutes, not having any points. But then I'm looking at OKC, and it can make some sense.
Right.
On the play before he was substituted, 1 little injury I'd let you play through, but 2, that's too much, too valuable, and I think he'll be done for the evening. But scoreless tonight against OKC.
They're already without P.J. Washington, Daniel Gafford, and Derek Lively, so this is an extremely small Dallas Mavericks team out there. They've been dominated on the glass, 33-22. Same was true in the first matchup. Mitchell rises over Williams and connects.
AJ with great patience there, got the up fake, and Brandon Williams bit on that. Mid-range, smooth operator with that left hand there.
Foul. And now it's Hardy. He's been cooking in his minutes here in the 3rd quarter. Williams beyond the arc, too strong. SGA pull up from deep. Bullseye. 29, and he's only missed 2 shots, 9 of 11 shooting for SGA. Hardy, the runner, won't go. Carlson, the aggressive rebound. Thunder flexing their muscles again. Wallace, short.
Great job, though, of having a running partner in Casey Wallace with SGA in the open court. Important to find the corner.
Hardy has the green light. He's in double figures with 10 in just 5 minutes of work.
And Jason waiting on the Hardy instant offense substitution. Maybe a little late for Dallas in this one, but he's been good since checking in.
Wiggins, extra pass, Mitchell, goal!
I mean, just precise, together in the right spots. Everybody contributing tonight for OKC.
They never panic. Hardy 2 more. His personal offensive exhibition. SGA in and out dribble. Hardy goes down, steps over him, goes glass. Ridiculous. 10 of 12 shooting, 9 of 10 at the line, 31 for Gilgeous-Alexander. Thompson finds Powell, couldn't corral it. Out of bounds, it's a turnover.
Another efficient night from the reigning MVP.
A.J. Mitchell outside to Wiggins. Wiggins, the blow by and the finesse. The lead is back to 28. Marshall got the lay. 70 seconds to go in the 3rd. Williams tossing it up. Carlson throwing it down. Well, here we go. 4th quarter action. Davis out there with Nembhard, Hardy, Marshall, and Cooper Flag. Davis. It rotates to Hardy. Hardy was cooking in the third quarter, tosses it up, and it's a shot clock violation. And that one is just past Carlson. It's a turnover for OKC. That's their 6th turnover of the ball game and their 2nd since the first quarter. Cooper Flag, the turnaround is good. His 3rd field goal, he has 12 points. Mitchell, pull-up jumper is good. I think OKC wants that money as well. They're going to be in the quarterfinals playing Phoenix next week.
It'll be a great battle between those two teams, and obviously a trip on the line in that game to get themselves to Vegas.
Hardy with the 3. How about Hardy staying ready? Again, didn't play in the last outing. That win over Miami. He has 15 points on 5 of 8 shooting. He's hit 3 triples. Wiggins, the answer. And Kidd calls a timeout. 89 seconds into the 4th. And it's all Thunder. Nembhard. And now Marshall directing traffic. We'll get it to Davis. Davis deep corner now off a bad pass. Marshall penetrating with the clock winding down and got the J. Can I circle back to something you mentioned earlier about Belgium and A.J. Mitchell? Did you say waffle is just a pancake that believes in itself?
Yes.
Is that
Yes.
that's the line?
That's the truth.
That's the truth?
Yeah.
Where does French toast come in this equation?
That's a great question. It thinks too much of itself.
111, 81. Marshall at the free throw line, no. Davis still searching, can't hit. This is the most minutes without scoring. Flag, baseline jumper is pure. 14 for the rookie. A.J. Mitchell looking to drive on. Hardy turned it over. Flag. Step through, tough shot, gets it to drop.
AD got the steal and then provided a nice moving screen for Flag on what ended up being a transition basket for Cooper.
Kenrich Williams off the feed from Wiggins. Musa Cisse at the scorer's table, more than likely checking in for Davis. Davis, oh, he was looking to score there, diving on the floor, gives it up. Hardy, the floater in the lane, got the roll.
What a find from AD on the ground. Gets it to the hot guy in Jaden Hardy for 2 more.
Williams, front iron, no. Carlson, the follow finish. OKC looking for their 14th straight victory. It'll be 1 shy of the franchise record. Davis, there's the field goal.
Wow, they get the high-low.
115-89. Nembhard with the rebound. Nembhard coast to coast. Tap out. Marshall on the drive, got to the rack. No resistance there, and Dagnall will call timeout. 115.
Jordan, and again, Will Chamberlain. Will SGA be the 3rd guy added to that list this year? He's well on his way.
Well on his way. Makes it look easy every single night, and again, hard to believe. Building off his MVP season a year ago. Everybody playing defense. Barnhizer leaves it for Youngblood, and count it, and put him on the line. Doesn't matter who's out there. This is Cisse. 5 minutes going by here in this 4th quarter. D'Angelo Russell loses this card and does not get the roll. Battle for the rebound secured by Carlson. The Thunder, they do have the toughest remaining schedule in the NBA. This is based on the winning percentage of their remaining opponents. So things will be tougher.
And you know who's happy about that? Mark Dagnall. Like, and the SGA. They wanted all comers. So they're prepared. They're getting themselves healthy. They're waiting on their guys to come back. And they'll want to do what they did last year, which was play their best basketball at the end of the year. Although with this team, their best basketball might be every game they play this year.
It's looking soon. Well, this will be the 15th. And let's look at this way. The 15th game this season that the Thunder will have won by double figures.
On one hand, it's part of that overall chemistry you're speaking of that's been built. On the other, the overall hunger and mentality as a collective. Now, where does that mentality come from? Chet Holmgren, guys, put it simply, we don't really have anybody on this team who is just sitting and reminiscing on what
to start. I mean, what are we talking about here? The other thing I love that Mark said, Allie, was about the looseness of this team, and that when they play against pressure, that's when they light up because they know it's a challenge. So there's so many things going right for OKC, and they're all very organic. These guys have gone through a lot together. They've built this slowly. They haven't skipped any steps, and they're appreciating each step of the way at this point.
Easy to forget it was just a few years ago OKC was getting blown out more often than not as Martin knocks down the triple. (118-94). Mitchell into Carlson. Carlson couldn't put it in. And Russell made the catch, got it back to Williams. Williams. Pull up over Carlson won't go. Jang the rebound. This is Ousmane Dieng giving it up to Mitchell. Mitchell down the lane, leaves it for Carlson with the stuff.
Again, you see these guys still in the defensive stance, still communicating.
Hands of young Bud quickly ahead. Barnhizer, Kaepernick plus the foul. He's a little wrecking ball.
He had a great summer league for OKC, opened some eyes. Obviously, you look at his build and the physicality, but it was summer league where they were impressed by what Brooks brought to the table.
Average 17 and 8 at Northwestern. That ball too high for Cisse. Jay. Working on Cisse, puts it up, no. And ball will be kicked out of bounds. It will be Mavericks ball.
Great timing by Cisse on the block. He let Jang get up into the air. He jumped second and was able to climb up to get to it.
4 minutes to go in regulation. Cisse, no. Jang spinning out to Barnhizer. No one around him. OKC will travel to Utah for a division matchup with the Jazz. Coming up on Sunday. That's ahead of their quarterfinal matchup back here in this building against the Suns on Wednesday. Russell from deep, got it.
Twelfth made three in the game for the Dallas Mavericks, who had come in here. They had shot over 50% for the first time in a very long time.
Jang got the deuce. You know, going back to Dallas again, they're just trying to get healthy. They've had a lot of positives in their last 3 ball games. Again, inching on a 3-game winning streak, first win streak of the season.